NBA free agency just 1 day away. There are some really interesting rumors out there around the Lakers, including Bruce Brown, which we'll get to. But if you are excited about NBA free agency, show us you are. Like today's video. I think every single person watching should end up liking today's video. We're going to begin with the latest and the conflicting reports out there on Bruce Brown, but there has been a third update that's oh so interesting. So we'll go chronological here. First, a report last night out of Denver is that the Lakers have significant interest in signing Brown away from the Denver Nuggets. Now, there is some convoluted NBA salary cap contract ridiculousness at play here. The Lakers would be able to offer the full MLE. They could move on from Malik Beasley and Mo Bamba to make room for that to be feasible. That would pay $12.3 million. The most that the Denver Nuggets would be able to offer, as weird as it is, I know, is $7.8 million. So a pretty big difference in the amount of money involved there. And Bruce Brown would be a fantastic fit in Los Angeles as a wing, taking over maybe not just the Malik Beasley minutes, but probably more than that. Wasn't the most effective shooter from deep, but he played a very pivotal role in Denver's NBA championship run as one of their top bench guards / wings, whatever role you want to put him in there. And he had his best year ever in Denver. 11.5 points per game, 3.4 assists per game, 48% from the field. Most importantly, 35.8% from deep after 40% the previous year with the Brooklyn Nets. I believe that Bruce Brown would be a fantastic get for the Los Angeles Lakers if they are able to do so. Now, it is the early stage of free agency. There's definitely not tampering going on, but there definitely is. There will be lots of teams interested. The Lakers clearly are one such team. Now, after the Denver Post report last night, Marc Stein had this morning. He says, I don't get the sense that the Lakers have a great shot at winning the Bruce Brown sweepstakes for the same reason even teams with the full 12.4 mid-level exception for non-tax paying teams appear to have lost out on Max Strus, who's set to go to the Pacers allegedly. Some teams out there believe that Brown will command a contract that requires salary cap space above the mid-level exception if the in-demand guard decides he is indeed prepared to leave the freshly minted champions in Denver. Ah, shoot. But not so fast, my friend. The Athletic reported this mere moments ago. Quote, the Lakers are increasingly confident they can sign Nuggets free agent wing Bruce Brown Jr. for the non-taxpayer mid-level exception, starting at a projected $12.4 million. Multiple league sources not authorized to speak publicly on the matter told The Athletic. So snip, snap. Is Bruce Brown going to end up a member of the Los Angeles Lakers? Be a fun get. You guys vote for me in the comment section. Y for yes, he will. N for no, he will not. Eric Gordon, maybe he doesn't have to move from his home in Los Angeles, wherever that is, or wherever he was staying. The Clippers are waiving Gordon and his $21 million non-guaranteed deal. This will save the Clippers over $100 million in tax because, again, NBA's weird. You cut a $21 million player and it saves you $100 million. That makes sense to me. So could Gordon head to the Lakers? Gordon has been a solid piece as a guard. He can shoot, and I continue to want the Lakers to surround LeBron James with more shooters because that is the recipe that works, and it helped them down the stretch this year, by the way, in their playoff stretch. Gordon was traded for Luke Kennard, John Wall, whatever, and a pick swap, and then they had him for a couple months, and the Clippers needed to save money. Gordon could be a nice fit in LA as a backup guard. I still think you want to play Austin Reeves a little bit more, but if you trade Malik Beasley and or Mo Bamba for a better big, then Gordon can slot into the potential Malik Beasley. I think that would end up helping you out in pretty significant fashion for the Lakers. So I do have interest. How the Lakers use that mid-level is to be determined, but it certainly is worth keeping an eye out for. Now, we will be live on Chat Sports all throughout NBA free agency. Make sure you are subbed to the Chat Sports YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/chatsportstv. We'll have tons of updates for you, live shows, your one-stop shop for all things NBA, trade, rumors, news, and, of course, free agency related. So make sure you are subscribed. Hit that big red button at youtube.com/chatsportstv. Let's talk Draymond Green, which I'm a little surprised we're doing, but the whispers are out there. Updates across a lot of the betting platforms I like to use. They have the Lakers among the favorites to land Draymond Green in the event he leaves Golden State, which I don't think ends up happening, but is worth considering. After all, LeBron and Draymond were spotted together in France last week, and I'm sure there's no way that they didn't discuss Lakers as a destination, and I'm sure it was no basketball talk was had because, when you go out to drinks or dinner or whatever with people who work in your industry, you never ever talk about the job, right? Sure. Now, the Warriors do want to keep Draymond Green, and I think there's a very good chance of that ending up happening. The Kings are the betting favorite plus 200. The Suns plus 300. The Blazers plus 400, the Mavs are plus 500, and the Lakers are plus 600 right there. And I am reminded of what Rob Pelinka said in one of his interviews after the NBA draft. He said, the Lakers are targeting tough, defensive-minded, selfless players in free agency, yet the plan continues to be running it back with marginal upgrades. Now, I don't know if Draymond Green would qualify under the marginal upgrade category, but he does fit the tough, defensive-minded aspect, doesn't he? He's not a scorer. He's a rebounder. He can handle the ball a little bit. He can be an assist guy for you, and he's still a fantastic defensive player. And I think a duo of Draymond Green and Anthony Davis, if they're both healthy and not suspended when Draymond, gets himself in trouble, it's a really good defensive pairing back there, and I think would really lighten the load on Anthony Davis as well. So what is the percent chance you think that the Lakers end up landing Draymond Green? It should be on the lower end, but I want to hear your answers, so go vote for me in the comment section right now. The reason why it's on the lower end, as I'm sure most of you all know, is the money. Unless Draymond Green wants to take that mid-level for $12 million, he's going to be able to find a significantly larger contract, whether it is from the Golden State Warriors, from the Sacramento Kings, whoever it ends up being, probably the Warriors. Draymond would have to take significantly less to come to L.A. unless the Warriors would do some weird sign and trade mumbo jumbo. I don't think it's likely. I know that's always a path, but we're going to trade Beasley and Bamba, and the Warriors will be okay with that, and they'll send him to the Lakers, and Draymond will force with that. I just don't think that's a very likely outcome there. So I think he ends up still in California, but probably with the Warriors, or if he does leave Sacramento, but I think Golden State's the most likely there. We are 37 subs away from 51K. So, folks, help us get there. If you haven't already, hit that sub button for more free Lakers YouTube videos. We'll have you covered all throughout NBA free agency, the trades that will happen as well. Hit that sub button right now. Let's move to a sign and trade idea. Jakob Poeltl, again, I don't know where the R in the pronunciation comes from, but it's fun. The Athletic has linked the Lakers as a possible sign-and-trade option for Jakob Poeltl. This, I will make note, by the way, comes from the Raptors side of the Athletic, not the Lakers side. It does make some sense. Poeltl would fill a need at center. Now you've got your two 7-footers or 7-ish footers, and Anthony Davis and Poeltl, and he offers you some scoring, some good defense. I do think it's more likely the Raptors end up re-signing him since they gave up a first-round pick to acquire him. There were 6 teams linked to Poeltl, which I was curious to have some of these teams on here. Like the Bucks, yes. How they make that happen with their limited financial flexibility, I'm not really sure. The Bulls just re-signed Vucevic, so I doubt that's a path. The Lakers, we mentioned them. The Mavs, well, they just drafted a center in round 1. They might sign Andre Drummond, too, by the way. The Thunder and the Spurs have salary cap space, and it would be really fun to see the Spurs add Jakob Poeltl and then get the draft pick for him, too. That's kind of a fleece right there. Poeltl is a quality basketball player. He'll average a block and a half-ish per game. Not quite a true 12 and 10 player, but he's been on the precipice of that the last 2 years. depending on the sign-in trade, like, could you do something involving Mo Bamba and not pay that much more? Like, awesome. I'm not sure how feasible or likely that ends up being, though, for LA. So before we go, one last question for you. Name a player, realistic please, that you want the Lakers to get this offseason. Is it a Poeltl? Is it a trade? Is it a free agent? Drop that player name for me in the comment section right now.